Lord Captain retreats to his study to reflect on recent events, but his train of thought is interrupted by a muffled creak of the door and the sound of soft footsteps. End dialogue? Okay. Someone has just entered my study. Probably Yrliet again, I'm guessing. Everyone else knows not to. Maybe it's in relation to that last quest we just did. It is Yrliet. Elentok, I finally found you in this dwelling. Yrliet comes closer and smoothly makes an unfamiliar gesture with her hands. This symbol has many meanings: humility, grief, loss, shame, regret. I hope you will accept them all, because I am sorry for what happened to your world, to your subjects, to your palace, and for what my kin did to them. Your kin? You have never referred to the Drukhari as such before. Why are you apologizing is not your fault. I should not have underestimated my enemies. I will not make the same mistake again. Your apologies will not bring back what has been lost, or thank you truly, thank you. Yeah, I'm more curious, why are you referring to them as your kin? You've never referred to Drukhari as such before. For a few seconds, Yrliet is silent. We come from the same source, Elentok. We share the same blood. Even though the Drukhari's blood is distorted and their souls empty, it is a fact that cannot simply be brushed aside. Why are you apologizing? It is not your fault. Yrliet shudders so slightly that you almost miss it. She opens her mouth, then turns away, searching for the right words. My words will not heal the wounds, nor bring back the fallen, and they will not restore your protectorate. However, Yrliet falls silent, and her deep, piercing gaze seems to reach down into the very depths of your soul. Yrliet? What's wrong? Is there something on my face? Is that all, or did you want to tell me something else? Or look silently back at her? Sometimes if you just leave silence, people are more willing to open up. I don't know if that applies to aliens. Like, I could prompt her to keep talking, or I could just stay silent, looking back at her, and wait for her to speak. I think I'll just look silently back at her. Look, Elentok, the gaze of a child of Asurian can penetrate deeper than a monkey's, and I can see all the heaviness that has accumulated in your soul during our travels. I see it in your gestures, in the tilt of your head, in the change in your scent, if you will allow me. This is the first time that you have heard Yrliet sound so indecisive and guilty. I will help you cast off this burden and cleanse your soul and mind of worry. What do you mean? I feel perfectly well. The burden of my responsibility has indeed weighed heavily upon me of late. How exactly are you going to help me? I do not need to be cared for by you or anyone else. How exactly are you going to help me? I think is the interesting question here. It is difficult to describe, Elentok, but your soul shines bright, and your mind is strong enough for you to be able to immerse yourself in your own mind and cleanse it of unnecessary cares. I am still not sure that your species is capable of such a thing, but it is worth a try. If nothing comes out of it, then the only thing you will lose is a small fraction of your time. And I will be your guide on this journey. I will help you enter the meditative state to get to know yourself. Of course, that is if you let me. Immersing yourself in your soul is a deeply intimate process, but you will not be able to do it without me. Yrliet thoughtfully brushes a strand of red hair away from her face, and I promise you, Elentok, that I will not judge you, your world, or anything that takes place inside it. We will see only what you want to see. Awareness test succeeded. Embers of genuine curiosity glimmer in her emerald gaze. To know a human soul is a unique opportunity for an Eldari, and Yrliet's uncharacteristic caution and uncertainty imply that she is also discomfited by her own keen interest. And you are a little curious to see what's inside my head, aren't you? Delving into one's inner world, is it painful? Is this the same meditation that you were using before to immerse yourself? Very well, show me my inner world. Yeah, you're curious to see what's inside my heart, aren't you? Or inside my head, aren't you? Yrliet, looking offended, crosses her fingers in a new gesture. Meditation is not a tool for achieving lowly goals. It is a healing spring for the soul. Just admit it, there is nothing wrong with wanting to know a human soul. You are like a snake coiling around my body, twisting tighter with every word, Elentok. It is hard to breathe when I am near you. Yrliet furrows her brow and crosses her arms. You are tired of fighting the raging waters of your life, and so am I, holding out my hand to you. The choice to grab it or to fight alone is yours to make, so make it. Is it painful, delving into one's inner world? No, Alantok, there is no physical pain, but you will be able to see your inner pain if it is bleeding in your soul. Is this the same meditation you were using before to immerse yourself? An affirmative nod serves as her silent answer. Very well. Show me my inner world. Yrliet nods slowly. She is clearly surprised by your compliance. Then we need to find a suitable place, somewhere quiet and serene. Do you think my room is not sufficient? Oh, we're going to my bath. Let go of everything, Alantok. Doubts, fears, emotions. Cast off the weight of your body. Good. Now try to look inside your soul. Look at it, shining timidly, and dive in. We did it, Alantok. So far, your world resembles the real one, but soon you will learn to go deeper. Remember that everyone here is just a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and desires. Do not be afraid to look them in the eye. And I still have my Herald Serval Skull. Fantastic. Okay, I can't interact with Yrliet.
A new challenge for me?
Hello, Cassia. And myself? I can't interact with Cassia. Everything you know was served to you on a silver platter, but do you deserve it? Everything you now have was served to you on a silver platter, but do you now deserve it? Fresh blood soaks into the priceless silk coverlets, forming an ugly stain under the corpse. Your corpse. All sentient beings are afraid of death. You have to accept the fear first, before you can get rid of it. Accept our fears? I suppose. I don't think I'm overly afraid of death.
Follow my lead.
Voltvir. Jai. There we are again. And here. With Heinrichs, Cabela, and Voxmaster Vigdis. Let's go to Kunrad first. Have you already forgotten me, Ignatius? Oh, don't ever forget me. Not even for a moment, because as soon as... Wow, you guys are fast. Because as soon as you turn away, I will plunge the shard of my sword into your throat. I don't know who this monkey is, but your memories of them are akin to slimy mud after the rain. Let's wash it away like spring water, shall we?
None shall stand in my way.
The burden of responsibility lies on your shoulders, Alantok, and your soul grows dull from weariness. Break the chains of exhaustion. Dispel your exhaustion. I wish I could just dispel exhaustion. That sounds convenient at times. You were doing everything right. Don't worry, Shireen. I will happily take your place when you are gone. Ha! You will take my place as the rogue trader. I think not. Standing at the helm, peering into the darkness of the cosmos, you feel as lonely among the stars as I do among my own kin. Dispel our loneliness. Am I here to kill you, to betray you, to serve you? Am I friend or foe? What do you think, Ignatius? I think friend, generally. Though he's probably unhappy with the more questionable people we keep around us. Yrliet and Idara.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Love, a hollow word, Dome Ignatius. Do you not see that I only have the Undying One in my heart? Not you, not ever. Harsh. You are reaching out to a soul you do not fully understand. You are afraid that your differences will only cause you pain. Do not let fear dictate your fate. Let's listen closely. I guess let's move closer and see if anything happens. It does not, so let's listen closely. We got rid of one rogue trader, and we'll get rid of him too. Do you think Bijdis is saying that? Everyone from the lower decks to the senior officers hate him. I hear that their Vox transmissions, mutiny is brewing. As long as I still can use his thrones, I don't care. Once betrayed, it is hard to put one's trust in others again, especially those closest and most loyal to us. Bijdis isn't planning a coup. Come on. That's madness.
Victory awaits!
Argenta. In truth, you believe in nothing at all, Ignatius. Not the God Emperor, the archenemy, or even people. You barely believe in yourself. I pity you. Oh, Theodora. Hello. We do still have your portrait up. I am proud of you, Ignatius. You have become a worthy successor, and perhaps even the best Lord Captain. Some words you need to hear, at least once, to believe them. I mean, Theodore probably respects how well we're doing, given that we had zero training and zero preparation. But I don't think she would think we are doing better than she did. Putting on airs, Lord Captain, you are as distant from the common folk as rusty old footfall is from Terra. You, Marazahai.
It's about time.
You just got lucky, Monkey. But luck is the only thing you have. You are weak, so prepare to die. Or prepare to suffer. Only the mad and foolish never doubt their strength. The wise are full of doubt, but they know how to let go of them. Accept and let go of your doubts. Abelard. Lord Captain, your decisions will doom us all. Lowly pirates perish, risking nothing but their own skin. But what are you? You're putting the lives of thousands of crew members and billions of Protectorate subjects in danger. Eunuch Ignatius von Valencia says crimes against the sacred laws of the Omnissiah have been logged. Retribution is imminent. Nah. We applied the Armorer effect. Okay.
A new challenge for me?
And we have gone through everywhere. I don't think there's anything left to spot. Oh, never mind. That was the lens we saw on the starting world. Riker Minoris, maybe? Rykad? Is this that whole scene again? Could be. If the light of the Emperor alone can be our guiding beacon, yet only true gods grant power, is it possible to achieve peace in all corners of the universe? You first must find peace inside your own soul. To the void with the soul gods and friends. Only power can bend the galaxy to one's will. Your soul resembles an untended garden where the weeds are suffocating fragile flower seedlings. Free yourself from your unnecessary burdens, Alantok, and let serenity enter your soul. Dispel the turmoil in your soul. Ignatius and Yrliet's echo. This is when she was looking at the rock but didn't tell us what was important about it. Listen closely. What is this, monkey? The voice of the incorporeal echo that has made your soul its home seems to sound only in your own head. Yrliet's face tenses in surprise, her features becoming even sharper as she stares in confusion at the ghostly figures. She says nothing, stealing glances at you, then at the figures again, as if she is waiting for something. Why are you so surprised by these particular echoes of my world? We'll look closely at the ghostly figures. Why are you so surprised by these particular echoes of my world? Yrliet averts her uncertain gaze. I did not think there would be a place for me inside a human soul, and the memory itself clean, not distorted. This is something I must reflect upon and ponder in solitude. When you strive to know someone, they inevitably become a part of you. Yrliet gives you a strange look. Your words trouble me with their sincerity, Alantok. Your mind is much clearer and loftier than I imagined. To become a part of someone. For a second, Yrliet lapses into thought. Let's look closely at the ghostly figures. A strange feeling envelops your body. You feel yourself becoming lighter than air, and inside your mind, your thoughts are racing at an incredible speed. You are not yet aware that you are looking through the eyes of your ghostly echo and are observing from afar, all at the same time. The inner world changes under the force of your will, and you can now control your own echo. You can now do something that you would not dare to do in the real world. Make your echo touch Yrliet's echo's hand. Make your echo kiss Yrliet's echo. Make your echo embrace Yrliet's echo, or resist the temptation. Huh. We're already in a romance, though I think that romance is ended. But maybe there's going to be future events based on it, hopefully. So I'm not going to... This looks like the path to trying to romance Yrliet. And I don't think that's something I'm going to do at the moment. Certainly kissing is a romance thing. I suspect embrace is similar. Touching a hand isn't necessarily a romantic gesture. But I'm guessing in all of these cases it's the aim towards a romance. So I will resist the temptation. You and Yrliet stand together in complete silence for a while, tense and awkward at first, then soft and enveloping. You feel Yrliet sigh ever so slightly, and you hear the sadness hidden in her voice, but she remains silent until the ghostly figures around you start to disappear. It is time to return, Alantok. Your soul is not yet strong enough to endure prolonged immersion. Take a deep breath and... You awaken from your meditation with a sense of vigor and unusual calm, as if you have just taken a shower under a freezing waterfall, or delivered a speech in front of thousands of subjects, and your heart swells from the crowd's adulation. Ignatius, you're awake. Yrliet starts at her own words, realizing that this is the first time she has ever called you by your name. Your soul shines too radiantly for a human, despite all the litter that had accumulated in your soul. You can get rid of the litter, but the light, try to preserve it, Ignatius. It draws the eye like bright stars in the night sky. Of course, your world is not as beautiful and serene as mine, but I was glad to see it. Wow, I feel as if I've been reborn. It's not litter, it's my inner world. Will you help me with meditation again? Will I be able to see your world? Both good questions. Thank you for showing me this part of myself. Will I be able... Now, will you help me with meditation again? I do not know. Perhaps someday? She replies vaguely. Will I be able to see your world? Yrliet shakes her head. I do not think so, Alantok. It is impossible to know everything in this world, no matter how much we would like to. And still, my heart sings, for I have helped you find peace, even if only for a short while. Until we meet again, Alantok, may the stars guide us along the safe roads. I guess while I'm here, let's take a bath. I think it gives me some sort of bonuses. Can't recall. Just having all these servants preparing, you know, snacks and a feast. It's crazy. You two get in here. I require the company and pleasant conversation. I wish to see someone from my retinue. Or just relax and close our eyes. Let's call for Cabela, I think. Could be fun. The soothing water caresses your senses and your grateful muscles welcome the chance to rest. A pleasant languor spreads through your body as you allow yourself a moment of quiet relaxation. Which one of them would you like me to summon, your lordship? Cabela, I wish to learn more of the tenets of the web. Yrliet, the xenos will keep me entertained. Yeah, call for Cabela. At once. Cabela silently appears by your side. You asked to see me, noble Ignatius. Do you wish to learn more of the cult's rites? Very well. Since you are in the water, I can introduce you to the rare discipline of the blood-spun web known as the controlled self-drowning. Few receive this honor, with water being so precious on a ship. Still, it has opened my eyes to many truths. Controlled self-drowning. Sounds like it could be dangerous. Intriguing. Teach me. I do not think I want to try this particular discipline. It does sound like it could be dangerous. Every step we take is dangerous, yet still we choose to walk. If done correctly, the ritual is simple and will cause you little pain. Alright. Intriguing. Teach me this ritual of self-drowning. Close your eyes and trust me. Reject your fear, and remember, you have carried death within you since birth. This ritual is simply a meeting between you and your oldest friend. You close your eyes and hear a quiet splash. Cabela has entered the pool. She puts her hands around your neck and gently pushes you under the water. As your lungs start to burn, she pulls you back to the surface, allowing you to take a single breath of air before she begins to drown you again. This process repeats several times, and she holds you beneath the surface a little longer with each plunge. The fourth descent lasts an eternity, but her hands prevent you from resurfacing. Willpower test succeeded. Nice. As your empty lungs burn, you start to panic. You fight against your fear as the darkness swallows you, and soon it gives way to peace. As you listen to the soft whisper of the water around you, you realize that death is the end and the beginning. There are no worries here, and no mistakes. There's only you and the infinite nothing. Just as nothing is about to claim you, you are gently lifted from the emptiness of oblivion. Dominic Ignatius, you have been touched by death. What was it like? Death, it is nothing, and yet it is everything. It was interesting, but I hope it does not happen again anytime soon. It was terrible. In the end, there was only oblivion. It all felt so inevitable. Death, it is nothing, and yet it is everything. Now you understand the tenets of the web more fully. I will leave you to reflect on this experience. Interesting. Let's finish our ablutions. You feel revitalized. This was truly an experience worthy of a rogue trader. Huh. And we gained well-deserved rest. Let's get back out of here if I can remember the way to here. There we go. Our study is just so large. Okay. Back to the map. Fun little side tangent, but we still are on our way to a specific goal. We are trying to get to here. A trickle of disturbing news came from the Navigator Sanctum over the last few days. Allegedly, there is a vast shadow following the voidship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified leviathan had emerged from the roiling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. Trust in the Navigator's talent, or pray for salvation from the warp trap. We are dogmatic, so I shall pray. I will also trust in the Navigator's talent, but we are going to specifically be praying for salvation from the warp trap. The voidship crew did everything they could to release the vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp. The bulkheads groaned and snapped, entire chambers depressurized, and screams of people left alone with the warp spawn made Vox operators go mad as their hair turned gray. At last, the Navigator executed an emergency translation to real space, and only the opening of the escape portal made the unknown aggressors retreat. We took 51 damage. Well, let's quickly repair that in case something happens. There we go. We still have a good amount of scrap, which is nice. Let's move on to Lapidus Mortis. We'll make it an unsafe route. And travel. Okay, this is the one we've seen before about the insects and the larvae. Visit. Alright, we have enemies of humanity here. Don't know which kinds. And a random Hulk and 4 planets. I suppose let's check out the planets first. A shattered world with 8 plasteel. That is a significant amount and would be a good use for an extractium, except I already have 37 plasteel, so it just doesn't feel like there's much point. Plasteel is everywhere. Actually, let's be careful. We don't want to accidentally touch that. Another shattered world. This one has 2 adamantine. We have just 2. Adamantine is rare. Well, it looks like there are places we can find it in larger quantities. Like there's another shattered world we apparently are extracting 8 from. So I don't think I'm going to waste one of my extractiums to just pull 2. Even though we are low on it. Two more plasteel. Not that interesting. Moving on. What about you? Anything of note? We have an event and 3 xenotech. Charred ruins have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture, building materials, layout, and passages betray their xenos origin. There are currently no signs of xeno activity on the planet, and the ruins seem to be abandoned. You can run a detailed scan, 100% chance to succeed, or send a recon team, also 100% chance to succeed. I think we will start with the detailed scan. The burnt husk of an Imperial shuttle has been found in the heart of the ruins. The pilot's remains are badly damaged. It would seem the shuttle smashed into the building at full speed, causing the fire that destroyed it. Sister Argenta believes the crew has found the remains of a martyr who sacrificed themselves to protect humanity from the xenos threat. She proposes to erect a monument and hold service in their honor. Jai Hadari is impressed by the dead pilot's bravery and believes that they would have been honored to have their equipment serve new generations in the fight against xenos and heretics. Of course she does. She just wants us to grab any fancy gear. Gabella claims the pilot's fierce and fearless spirit has not departed the remains to go to the Undying One. She proposes to honor the hero and decorate the bow of the flagship with their bones so that they may continue to fight the enemies of humanity in death. This one gives us Martyr's Temerity. After being rammed, the enemy voidship deals 10% less damage and has its hit chance reduced by 15%. Both effects last for 2 rounds. Ship's ramming prow is fitted with the indomitable fury of the bones of a martyr who fell upon a settlement of abominable xenos. So if we ram an enemy, they do less damage to us and are less accurate for 2 rounds. Cool. What Captain orders that the ruins and crash site are to be left alone. I mean, Cabela is usually able to sense things, so likely she's the most correct. They seem to just be guessing. But essentially, she's seeing that he was a hero. Argenta is calling him a martyr. I think they're the most correct. We could grab the equipment. I don't think I really care about it, probably. Part of me is actually thinking about proposing a monument to see what that gives us, because I'm not super sold on the Martyr's Temerity ability. So let's build a monument. Reputation with the Drusians, not bad. Hundreds of crew members disembark to honor the nameless hero, while many more remain on board to listen to the voxcast of the liturgy in the somber gloom of the decks. Even though the pilot's name is unknown, their sacrifice will be remembered in the heart of the Imperium's true children. Cool, and we don't need 3 xenotech. So that's all of the planets scanned. Do we do the Hulk first? Let's do the space battle. Check out our enemies of humanity. Ship? Got a little lost trying to figure out how to get over there.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
Eldari, not Drukari. So are these Asuryan Eldari? Oh, they have lots of ships. And all of their ships are launching torpedoes. Whoa, you are big. I mean, I guess it's a fleet of ships, not just a single ship. Or maybe it's a single ship with a cloaking around them that makes it look like they're multiple ships, so they're hard to target. Unsure. What's your deal? Hollow field. Yeah, so it's going to be... creates hollow projections that disrupt the targeting systems of enemy ships. Each attack made by an enemy has an equal chance of targeting either the real ship or one of its projections. Each time a projection is hit, the hollow field loses 1 charge. Alright, so yeah, it is essentially mirror image. So if and ideally I'd want to hit them with some of our side guns, which shoot multiple times. And then hopefully after that I would be able to use some of my bigger guns that just to hit once. So if we strafe, that might get us within range to shoot with our side guns. Perfect.
Macro cannon, volley!
Okay, we took out some of their weapons. If I go here, I can shoot with both of them.
This one's going down.
Got a hit in. Let's move forward to here. That'll allow us to hit you with this side gun. Apparently not.
Fire the large battery.
There we go. Lastly, let's send out
Torpedoes locked.
our own fighter
Onward.
and move forward so that they're no longer facing us. And I suppose we could warp wave just to do some extra damage to them. There we go. Even harder for them to be able to face us, to attack head on. Fantastic. I'm not sure where all the rest of their ships are and how much of a problem that's going to cause for us. Kind of wish there was a way we could zoom out to see more of the battlefield. But it's fine. Let's put you directly in front because that's always funny. And then have you shoot the main ship or take out their torpedoes? Oh, you're not directly in front. That's directly in front. I am inclined to have you take out the torpedoes, so I think those are going to be a bigger problem. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, you did get close enough. Hopefully those can't get close enough this turn. Looks good. I do like the visual effect of that cloaking field. It's a cool look. Yep, and they weren't able to move. Perfect. If we do the new heading, that'll allow us to turn better to aim at them. So let's do that. Now, even still, we can't really get a good aim onto them. I could instead focus on you. Say that. Is there any point in that movement that I would be able to use these guns? Probably not. Alright, yeah. Just move there. Take our shot onto you.
Fire right now!
Still not quite dead.
Blink them!
Good hit.
Fire the last batteries.
And we will send out another interceptor.
Annihilate them!
No, I don't think we need Imperium Storm for this fight. Let's have you finish off. Oh, I don't think you're going to finish them off. Unfortunately.
No
Never mind.
For the enemies of humanity.
We've got to end in this outer ring. I guess start heading up towards them is a reasonable choice. Let's send you over to here to take on them. Problem solved. Then those torpedoes are facing this way, so you can get in front. Hopefully to prevent them from moving forward. Worst case, they kill the interceptors, which is fine. Perfect. Alright, they're doing some pretty good hits, particularly with their torpedoes. Their torpedoes have longer range than I would expect. that not actually hurt my interceptors? Okay. I'm not going to complain. Alright, what can I do to get myself better aimed to attack you guys? I could do swing run, but that would have me placed way back here, but facing the right direction. If I was here, got a shot on you and any of them with that, and I can still shoot with that. Alright, that's not bad. I think we'll go for it. Oh, I might have been able to use my other gun while I was back there. Yeah, that was a mistake.
Another salvo!
Let's hope we can kill here. But if we... Nope, we hit the fake ships.
Fire the lance battery!
There you go. Nothing to do there. I can't launch more wings. Well, that's a shame. Let's do a warp wave on you then. Try and get some damage in. Didn't seem to work. But at least they're facing the wrong way. Let's... have you start moving over to here. Is that going to be close enough? No. We do need you here. Take out the torpedoes. Then move here. Good stuff. There we go. Now we're getting more lined up where we need to be. So if I was, say, here, I can shoot you, and then probably still turn to get you within gun sight. Yeah. So we'll start out with this weapon.
This one's going down.
Perfect.
Fire the lance battery.
Do I want to shoot with the right or the left? Probably the right. Because then they're all pointing away from me, which is ideal. There we go. And I don't think strafe is going to help me at all here.
The time has come.
Let's just move forward. I could shallow jump to be farther out of their attack range, which I think I shall. And the interceptor has to return. Okay. But didn't make it. Oh, did make it. Perfect. Yeah. Focus on attacking him because that doesn't hurt me at all. They're always just fully fixed up by the next fight. Alright. Let's do new heading. Take our shot there. Nice. Barely outside of range. Well, that is disappointing. Let's use Arc Augury. Now you are inside of range. Obviously can't do anything with the sides. Let's do a warp wave just to get some more damage, hopefully. Perfect.
Torpedoes locked.
And we'll call that good. See if you can take on their ship. Perfect. Just the 2 torpedoes left, I think. And they might both be self-destructing this turn. Nice.
Another victory for the Von Valentius dynasty.
Wraithbone fragments, intact solar sails, some scrap. And a level up, I think. Maybe? I didn't actually pay attention. It is. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, so we could send out another torpedo. Maximum overdrive increases our speed by 2 and its maneuverability increases by 1. Bonus dealt by the ram. It's based on distance traveled. Could be good. Reloads all macro cannons that were fired during the acceleration phase. Could be really good. Well, no, this is our ultimates. These are normal abilities. I don't want to waste my ultimate ability gain on some of these basic ones. So go maximum overdrive and all hands on deck to get the last of those. We can't grab this one because we haven't upgraded our shields at all. We don't have either of these. That's fine. Cool, let's repair. Always great. Might as well upgrade our RAM a bit more in case I ever choose to use it. Yeah, guess that's that. Let's check out the Hulk now. Vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a... What is going on here? Has detected a small xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no sign of being crewed. Open fire on the inhuman scum or send out a boarding shuttle. Thinks we've already done this event since we already have send out a boarding shuttle. I think we'll send out a boarding shuttle anyway. Squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenos Yrliet claims to have recognized symbols of the dead, Eldari clothes. They were civilian refugees from Craftworld Cruderek. So we found another set of her people that didn't make it. Okay. That is this whole area resolved. So now we are going to head back towards Footfall. so we can have our party with Jai. Bunch of relatively safe trips. That's unusual. Alright, to get down to Footfall, I guess here. A scheduled service in the ship's chapel was interrupted in the most profane manner. The images of saints and martyrs depicted on the altarpiece started to move and step down from the canvas. The congregation was filled with terror, and dozens perished in the stampede. The illusions disappeared on its own, but it claimed several priests and altar attendants. It is said their frenzied shrieks can still be heard echoing under the vaults of the chapel during prayer.